Hi everyone, Susanna is here and today I'm showing you how I attach this sleeve to my denim jacket. Hi, today we'll be crocheting beautiful sleeves on this jacket. So it's a sleeveless jean jacket that I got some weeks ago. I love it. I love the vibes, and I purposely got this jacket just so I can play around it, make some beautiful sleeves on it, and I want to show you how I'm joining the sleeves. So I already crocheted the sleeves, and it's the bubble sleeve. This is what it will look like when joined to the jacket. So I love how big and the statement it makes. So that's all I was going for when I got the jacket. So the first step is to crochet your sleeves, make a round of edging around it, and then the joining. So the instruction how to do the sleeves, how to make the bubble sleeves, is all on my blog. I'll link into the description. So for this joining, I'll be using the simple method. Okay, it might not be simple, it might be, but the main reason I'm showing you this is that I'll be doing a series where I show you different ways in which I crochet on cloth. So today we'll be doing the sewing in of the jacket, the sleeve to the jacket. So I'm not crocheting on the jacket today, I'm just sewing it. So you will need a stitch, no, not stitch marker. You will need needles to secure, and when you're happy with that, you can go ahead sewing needle and thread. So I'm going for black. It won't matter what color you use, as you will see as we go. So you want to measure before you start making your sleeve, you want to measure your starting chain. This started from the shoulder to the cuff, so it started from here and went ahead to the cuff. So you want to measure the part that will be next to the sleeve opening. You want to measure it and make sure that it's the same length with your jacket. So you will need a tape measure for that. So tape measure. So this is what you want to do when you're starting. You want to measure all around the sleeve, jacket sleeve opening, just like that. If you are impatient like me, that's 11 multiplied by 2, that's 22, and then you measure this also. So that's 2 inches short, but we'll take care of that. So you want to make sure that it's as close as possible to what you've got here. Then you pick your project, your jacket. I want to make sure that it's on. I undo the buttons. Yeah, stamp it this way, and then you slip it inside into the jacket. Can you see that? And then you can open this way, flip it open, and you have this exposed. And then you can adjust this and adjust the jacket sleeve, and then you can place this beautifully, and we can have the joining. So when you flip back, when we're done, you have something like this. So you want to make sure that the part you feel from your feel is both the wrong side. So for me, this is the wrong side of the sleeve, and this is also the wrong side of the jacket. So you want to make sure that is done, and you want to decide if you want there to be an overlap. So when I finish sewing, I want to make sure that when you look at the jacket, you think I'm wearing the bubble crochet jacket under that. So I want it to look this way. So you want to give way for the overlap. You want to make sure that the joining is joined this way to the jacket, if you want it to look just like mine. So I like to secure because it saves me lots of trouble, and I don't have to bother about what it will look like after I finish sewing. Perfect. So I used the needle, the pin to secure both sides, and I want to make sure that I do the same on this the lower armpit too by the other side. Then I can adjust appropriately the remaining parts. So when you're doing this part, you want to make sure that you are not securing more than just the part you need. Be careful so that you don't injure your fingers. The denim is thick, so you want to be mindful of that. So yeah, perfect. I just need to quickly secure at interval the remaining parts of the jacket to the sleeve. So I've done that, and this is what I've got. Just to make sure that yours is also similar, you want to make sure that the sleeves, the lower parts, underarm that you're going to join together, remain as underarm of the jacket. Perfect. So now I get my needle, I'm threading it, and truth be told, you don't need to be good at sewing. You just want to make sure that it's not showing on the other side. So I'm using black so that you'll be able to see what mine looks like even when I'm done. You can use, if your jacket is same color as the initial rounds on the jacket, you can go ahead and use a matching yarn. Other than that, make sure that the joining is not showing on the right side of the jacket. And if you don't mind, I just wanted this to be a bit clean and look good. So I'm starting at the edge, and I just pass my needle that way. I've made a knot, and I want to secure it properly, considering that these are both heavy, the bubble, sleeve, and the jacket. So I want to make sure that there are no form of any accidents whatsoever as we go ahead wearing the jacket and using it for much fun. So I'll continue that joining that way, and let's go to the other side and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Can you see close up? You can't really see any joining in there, so that is exactly what I'm looking for. So as you crochet, as you join, you can remove your pin, and because I've got my jacket sleeve a bit wider, I'll adjust it as I join so that it will be evenly distributed. And this is what I mean. Instead of using the same distance for this, I can go a little further on the jacket and go a little closer to the last bit of the thread on the sleeve of the crochet. So that way I do that at interval, and that will just make sure that it's evenly, the space is covered, the gap is covered. Section, so I do a few more and then we can.
This is how it is done.
You see, that is covered. Okay, so this is what I've got, and this is what it looks like on this other side. You see the it's opened a bit. Don't worry, we'll take care of that as when we are done. We just need to secure first. It's because of the difference in the width, but because of the sleeves that I've got, it's a bit thick and I don't want it to be too heavy. So I can remove the needles, the pins, and then this seems to be on the way. So I'll do this all around and I'll show you what it looks like. So for the first sleeve, this is what I've got. Now we can flip the front panel over and see how it looks. So this is what I've got, and I'm not going to cover it. Definitely not what we want at the moment because of these raised edges. So we need to secure those ends, and this can be done on the right side. I'll thread my needle and show you how I'll do that part. So I've made a knot and I want to make sure this place is properly laid, and I'll join my yarn from the wrong side. So this is sort of surface thread. I don't know the terms for making these stitches, so it looks closely to what we do in crochet and we'll call surface crocheting. Now I need to go look for the names. I properly named it. So I'll just, because I don't want the yarn to be obvious, I'll be doing just a bit, pass it under, see, through the sleeve, and then come over from the back, that's from the wrong side, and you want to do the sewing very close to the edge of the jacket. And can you see how close I'm passing my yarn, how close I'm passing the needle? So you want to make sure that it comes from the wrong side and pull through, leave a few more stitches. See that? Can you see that? And then it goes in again. And this is secure. This part is secured, so I'm not going to fasten off. We're doing that all around the sleeve the second time. So this giving it this double strength, so this will be taken care of by the time we'll go through. So it takes a bit of patience, but as I said earlier, the outcome is magnificent. So you can go this way and go that tiny, but I am impatient, so I'll take a few, next bubble, close to the next bubble, and make this. I can skip and go through the next. See that? Can you see the difference, the gap? and this also very close to it. That way, pick it up the needle from the wrong side. So this is what I'll continue to do till the end of all around the sleeve opening. Perfect. So this is what I've got after joining the first sleeve to the jacket. And what we need to do now is that I'll turn this to the wrong side and I'll join the side of the sleeve, that's the underarm, together, and then I'll block the gently seam block this part so that it will be even and neat. So that is it. After doing that, I'll join the side of the sleeve to the second opening too. So this turn to the right, to the wrong side, and join together. So for this, I'll be using my crochet hook and yarn just to secure it and make it so solid. So I just go with my yarn. So I did a row of what's it called? After single crochet all around the sleeve, so it makes my joining now to be much easier. So I'm using single crochet just to make to secure it. I love using single crochet for my joining. Some other people would like to go with slip stitch. I just feel single crochet is more forgiving. I'm able to stretch it out and the project is even. So yeah, that's my personal preference. This is a make it your own style jacket joined with crochet sleeve. So enjoy yourself. Feel free to go on board, do whatever you like with the joining. You can continue with your needle and thread, but you might want to consider using a matching color to the project. So yeah, this is what I've got and I love it. We steam block once we're done and our jacket will be ready to be used. Repeat these steps on the second sleeve and I'll be back to show you what I've got. So as you continue to join, have in mind that you'll be getting to this place. I love them to be on the same side, so you might want to adjust just to make sure that it's both at the same side when you get there. So that's so when you get to this mustard color, you can decide to use the same switch your colors or just continue with the white. So I want it to be at the same level. I just skipped a stitch there. You see? So if you're changing to the next color, now is the time to do that, but I'm not doing that. I'll continue with my white. So you want to make sure that this is also corresponding to each other, and not overlapping. So I just like those little details, makes a lot of difference in the finished project. And now at the end, okay, so I'll secure this. That yarn is from the edging, so if you're wondering where that came from, perfect. So that's what I've got, and this is the sleeve. I'll cut the yarn, my hook, scissors. So I love to just weave this back in, just to have a beautiful finish. And then turn back to the right side. Of what we've got before I steam dry, and the sleeve is here. See? And I really love the match together. So I'll quickly do the second sleeve using the same method I've used.
Here's the close-up of the two sleeves.
I'll be back to show you
the
denim
picture
jacket,
of
my
and I really love
jacket.
the way it turns out. The yarn is still a bit showing, but that's not really bothering me. A close-up of the bubble sleeves. I really love how this jacket provides a warmth that is needed in this particular season.